Pandora. Dora, why are you grooming my froggy slippers? And now you're gonna groom your private parts. That's great. Wonderful content, Pandora. Wonderful. What do you have to say for yourself? Hello, frog fans. Welcome back to the incredibly messy work desk. Actually, I have no idea what time it is. It's late. I'm pretty... No! I dropped my cloth. That's really not that big of a deal. I don't know why I screamed, but that's just me. What was I talking about? Oh, right, it's late. And I realized that I hadn't made a video yet today, so I was like, hey, I should probably do that. So I think I'm almost done with the skin layers on this June. I think I might put one more layer of a salmon. Why do I always... Because I have dyslexic tendencies, I have to think about how the word is spelt and not how it's pronounced. So when I think of spelling the word salmon, I think salmon, because that's how it's spelt. There's an L in there that you don't really pronounce. So when it goes to come out of my mouth, I say salmon instead of salmon. But anyways, I'm probably going to do another salmon wash on her, just because I think she's looking a little bit too pale. Not too pale, like not warm enough. She's looking a little sick. I like this hand. You. Why I yada. Well, that's more of a fist, isn't it? But why I yada. I had to go out and get a few things today. Every time I leave the house these days, I feel like I'm suiting up for war. Which, when I do leave the house, it's not very often. But yeah, got out of the house, went to a couple stores. Got my week's worth of public interaction. Which, when I say public interaction, it's me, trying to skirt people even more than usual. I'm antisocial and want to skirt away from people enough on a regular basis. This whole sickness thing does not help, and I hope the word sickness is not one of the forbidden words. Please forgive me, YouTube gods. Also didn't help that the weather kind of sucked today, but it was supposed to be the nicest day this week. And it was still cold. And what's even worse is, I don't know what's worse, it being freezing cold or it being kind of cold-ish, but you know, at the same time it's too hot. Like it's cold enough to be wearing a couple layers, but then it's hot enough for you to be sweating, and then you know you're sweating and it's still chilly and you're sweating through these jackets, but because you're sweating in these jackets, you're getting cold because your sweat is cooling. You can't win, but it's too cold to not be wearing a jacket. Canadian problems. Any Harry Potter fans out there, it's likely we're everywhere. But anyways, I have this Gryffindor hat, beanie type thing. We would call it a toque. People look at me weird when I say that, unless you are Canadian. But anyways, I was wearing that today, and the cab driver on the way back from the grocery store, he looks back and through the mirror and says, "Your hat, is it this team or this team?" And named off 2 random sports teams. Can't remember, have nothing to do with sports. The only sport I've ever had anything to do with is Quidditch, and that's imaginary. So, anyways, and I'm like, what? And he's like, "Your hat, is it for this sports team or this sports team?" And I'm like, "It's Harry Potter." And he's like, "Oh, you're one of those." And I'm like, "Oh, you're one of those." There's nothing wrong with liking sports, I just don't get the appeal of it. The ball goes this way, the ball goes that way, the ball goes this way, the ball goes that way. The only reasons I would watch sports is if, you know, some sort of fight broke out. That's the only reason I would watch NASCAR. Let's be honest, that's the only reason people watch NASCAR. It's cars going in circles at a high pace. You're watching it hoping that an accident happens. That's the exciting part. I don't try to hide my dark side. I have a twisted sense of humor. I'm not afraid of it. And the reason that highways get backed up when a crash happens isn't because of the crash itself, it's because everyone stops to look at it. Well, maybe they don't stop, but they slow down. And it's not because the police are parked there. That's why you should do it, but that's not why anyone does it. And don't tell me that you don't. We like carnage. It's like a train wreck. You can't help but look. Actually, no. That's why the saying, "it's like a train wreck, it's like a car crash, you can't help but look," exists, because that's where that comes from. Sometimes you don't want to look, but you can't help it. The human brain is obsessed with gore, even when you don't think it is. This is why I shouldn't do these videos at night. I talk a lot, but, you know, I say that everything that comes to my brain, and that's scary sometimes. I'm not crazy. Not in an institutional way, anyways. Any problems I have can be medicated. This is a very thick mix I'm using right now. My layer colors aren't usually this thick. But I'm liking the effect it's giving. I don't know what it is, whether it's hormone, chemical things that are happening in my body, or maybe it's my diet lately, or maybe it's not getting out of the house, but my face is breaking out insanely, and I don't like it. And of course, I have to be one of those people who claws at their face when they get nervous, or when I sleep. I mean, yeah, if I have a good pimple, I'll probably look in the mirror and pop it, but I don't intentionally gouge at my face. That happens subconsciously when I'm having an anxiety attack and just sitting there with nothing in my hands, or it happens while I'm asleep. I have horrible gouges on my back and shoulders, and I don't do it while I'm awake, or I don't do it consciously. Most of it happens when I'm sleeping. I'll wake up with like little tiny blood stains on my pillow from where I've gouged scabs off my back. It's a family thing. My mother and grandfather do it too. Wow, tonight's topics have not been pleasant. Pandora, it's a litter box. You don't have to dig to China. Which is weird, because you're not even supposed to dig in your litter box. You're not a cat. Yes, the rabbit uses a litter box. I tried to take her out. Was it yesterday? It was either yesterday or Sunday. I tried to take Pandora out on her harness, but because she's a larger breed of rabbit. She's at least half Flemish giant rabbit. So, she's 9 months old, and she's already closely approaching the size of our cat. Come on, stay. Stay. Be a good arm. Be a good arm. That's not being a good arm. Oh, you're not a good arm. You're a bad arm. Sorry, the arm knocked up against a leg and left a mark on it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, my rabbit. My big rabbit. Yes, you! I'm talking about you, noisy. But yeah, so she could get as big or bigger than our full-grown cat. And she's already outgrown her rabbit harness that I bought for her. And I bought this puppy harness for her, like the smallest size of puppy harness. So, she can't wear the one that's made for rabbits anymore, and I tried to put the puppy one on her, and she just kept wiggling out of it. So I don't know if I need to try an even smaller size, or try to find a bigger rabbit harness. Maybe I'll try a cat harness, see if that works. And she also wasn't too thrilled to be outside to begin with, because, she hasn't been outside in a really long time, because it's been so cold, because Canada. For some reason, eons ago, Mother Nature decided, screw this country in particular. Ew, it's dripping all over your hand, gross. I don't know why I said gross, it's just paint. Dora, give it up. You don't have to get under the bed. You have the entire room. You know how many rabbits get locked in a tiny PetSmart cage? Be glad you have an owner that actually does their research. Stop being such a brat. She wants to get under my bed, and she just won't give it up. And every time she gets under the bed, she'll never come out. Probably because she knows if she comes out, I'll lock her out of there, and it'll be a long time before she'll be able to make her way back under. However, every time she gets under my bed, she pees under there, and she also chews up the carpet for some reason, which is not good and not safe for her, because I don't want her ingesting carpet material, and, she rips it up and reveals the nails underneath, which could hurt her, so she's not allowed under the bed. And she just won't let it go! Hey, that stopped her! I don't condone yelling at your animals and or your children to make them stop doing something, but if it works, which usually it doesn't, but she probably just wants to know what all the fuss is about. Like, what's going on? Where's the fire? Are you mad at me? I heard you grunting. She's right by my feet right now. Probably mad because she can't get under the bed. Is that bratty bunny mad because she can't get under the bed? Oh, poor thing. She has plenty other places to hide, too. It's not like she's just looking for a place to hide and can't find one. She just wants that particular place. Bring out the big win. I'm just not getting in there enough. Okay. anyways, we're probably getting close to the end of our time here. Yep, we are. But anyways, that's another little tidbit in the reborn workshop. Or work area. It's not really a workshop. It's my bedroom. Can we really call it my bedroom? It's really, the rabbit has taken over. It's like Pandora plus me. With, Pandora and big neon lights, and plus me and little black marker. I love her anyways. But that's all for now. Stay safe out there. Keep living the frogling's life. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hey, look. I actually waved with a hand. It's usually a foot. Night.